Today's episode is brought to you by Selfish Babe. Selfish Babe is the free self-love app for women that will remind you how amazing you are on the daily. This app sends you one affirmation and one self-love related quote a day. The Selfish Babe app has its own podcast, private Facebook community, blog, motivational videos, and more to remind you to be more selfish and authentic with your self-love. Download Selfish Babe today by going to bit.ly/selfishbabe Gettin Grown Podcast or find it for free in the Google Play and Apple App Store. And don't forget to follow them on Instagram at Selfish Babes. Don't forget the S. Got me thanking God for... You know what? I can't even finish that. I can't finish that because I don't have Kia here to troll me. Or should I say shade me while I troll her. Because I know I can't sing. No, this is not getting ready to be an episode of me by myself getting on your nerves. Kia is traveling this week. She's got conferences because she's super smart. And we wanted to make sure we brought you an episode. Or at least some part of an episode. Unfortunately, the very negligent sound man at the Atlanta live show forgot to turn on the recorder until we were about 3/4 of a way through the kitchen table talk. But we did not want to leave you all hanging. And no, we're not giving you scraps. We're actually bringing you an episode. We wanted to at least share something of what we got with you. And Dr. Joy is such a blessing. Thank you to her so much for coming to our Atlanta live show and just sprinkling her black girl magic all over the place. She's such a blessing that we wanted to make sure that we shared what we had of that with you. So there's some of the kitchen table talk left. There's still a very hearty Q&A, which will serve as the honesty box this week. And there's lots of good advice from Dr. Joy in that as well. And then we got a three-peat, maybe not a three-peat, Tres Amigos, whatever. We have 3 petty peeves this week, as Kia and I have a collective one, and we also have one each. So we hope you guys enjoy the episode. We're so sorry that we weren't able to get it in full, but we wanted to make sure we brought you all something. So since she's not here, welcome to the episode of Gettin Grown, where we discuss the tests, the trials, the tribulations, the twists, turns, taxes, the tarantulas, titanium, and Miss Telephone Man of being an adult of our year of our Lord 2018. Woo, Kia's gonna kill me and roll her eyes when she hears that. But I do want you all to enjoy what we have for you. We love you very much, and we thank you for your constant support. You guys enjoy that.
Black party. It's about to be a black party. I'm blocking all them bitches who be in with Fiji and wherever else. I'm blocking all them heifers because I be like Maldives. But how are you in the Maldives? You're 18. I'm trying to figure out how this works.
It's all right.
That's
okay.
not good. Right.
So social media and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like foods that we should eat?
Well, you do want to pay attention to what you're eating because, of course, there are things that will make you feel, like if we eat a bunch of like sweets and stuff, of course, that like biologically dumps a bunch of sugar into your bloodstream. And, of course, it makes you feel like you want to crash and, that kind of thing. So you want to be paying attention to that in conjunction with your sleep for sure. And also substances, so... Shall we chat? Shall we chat?
Mama's here, Sante.
Shall we chat? No, but I do think it is important to really be paying attention to why we are consuming what we're consuming, right? So, I know there's a lot of culture around smoking and drinking, especially now we have like all these day parties. So like you're just drinking all day.
Day drinking is good, though.
I mean, it can be. It can be.
Everyone can be home at a good Christian hour.
That's how I made it to my wedding. Kia, you remember? Day drinking is how I made it to my wedding. Because had we been night drinking,
My Lord,
it wouldn't
Jesus
happen.
the Christ.
yeah, it would have
But
been
I
all
think
that.
sometimes when you're drinking during the day, you lose some of those cues that you do have at night that let you know, like, okay, I got to sober up because either I got to drive or whatever. I think when you're drinking in the day, sometimes you get a little confused.
Fair.
But I think you also just want to be mindful of, like, why you're drinking. Like, is it, just because I want to, like, hang out?
I'm sorry.
Clearly, we're going to have to take this off stage.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, are you drinking just because it's like recreational, or is it I don't want to deal with whatever else is going on in my life, so I'll just numb it with alcohol and weed, right? And so I think you just always want to be intentional in understanding of why. That's it, y'all. That's it.
You okay, sis?
I'm cool. I'm good. I know why I smoke, nigga. I've been doing it a long time. Okay, I have a personal question for you.
Yes.
I need you to keep it funky with me.
Okay.
Do you always practice what you preach?
Absolutely not.
Come on for the keep it real moment.
Absolutely not. No. I mean, and I think that's the important part, right? Like, self-care is not like a destination that you get to. It's like something we're always trying to do a better job at. So nobody's going to be perfect at it. Maybe Fran.
Maybe Fran.
Maybe Fran. Maybe Fran.
Fran be eating Kit Kats on the low. Don't let her fool y'all. Fran be eating gobstoppers and fucking nerds.
Okay, so see, even Fran has work to do. Yeah, so I think we just all want to, do our best.
Jay snitching. Fran, French fries. Snitching.
I sure am.
I'm telling.
But she is low-key perfect.
She is.
Low-key. When we went to LA last week, it's just a little story, just a little tangent.
We good for them.
I'm in my room, I'm getting my shit together, you know what I'm saying? Like getting ready for bed, pajamas, all of that. All of a sudden I smell this overwhelming scent of like sage and patchouli and lavender, sandalwood.
I mean, honestly.
I hear a little crackling. Fran got a little like, I don't know what, her resin. She got the little metal thing and it looks like a little altar and she puts the rocks.
Yeah.
She got lights.
She's like, I just had to sage my room and set my zen for tonight.
She has lights, so you go into her room and you feel like you in like
It was like purple lights.
It's like, where am I?
What is
Like you in some alternative reality.
She's like, welcome to the activation tour.
Right. We were standing in the room. Nikki was like, I feel like I'm breathing slower. I was like, I am getting out of here, man. I just don't know.
Maybe you can help me figure out if I have good friends and not Dr. Joy, because she did all of that. Niggas is acting like that. I lit my incense and niggas is like, what stinks? Are those good friends? Should I cut them off?
We was like, Jay lit her incense. We was like, something is burning.
It's loud.
Wait a minute. Is that the smoke detector?
It was Nog Champa.
It was like, see, Jay bought her incense on 145th Street.
First of all, I bought it on Flatbush.
Okay, I stand corrected. Black love.
It was Nog Champa of the amber scent.
It was 3 for $5.
It was Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama. It was becoming. You see that?
I'm so sorry.
We can't have nice things.
Look, we got substance in the building, and here we go.
We can't have nice things.
You gotta
We're
have
really
some
sorry.
levity. You gotta have some levity.
Levity. We're good at that.
Yeah.
So what you like to do? Like how you like to, turn down, turn up, turn sideways? Like what do you like to do to like, whatever you do to set your, you know what I'm saying?
To set my zen.
Your patchoulis and all of that. What do you do?
I don't have a whole kit like that. But I do like to hula hoop. Yes. Exactly. Okay. But it has to be the old school one that has the ball barrel in it.
You need a little weight.
Look,
the girls don't know.
Yeah.
The
That might be a little old
Walmart
school.
ones, you got to have a weight. You know the ones with the better with the water?
Oh, those are the best.
Honey.
Those are the best. My neck be going. It be going.
You know, back in the day, I was the hula hooper.
Yeah. So that's one of my favorite like self-care kinds of
Love
wine.
that.
That's cute.
It's a good workout too.
Yeah.
It is. It is a good workout.
I love the hula
What else
hoop.
you like to do?
I like to read.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for Becoming. Speaking of that,
Honey, I got my
on
Amazon
Tuesday.
shipment.
Oh, did
Notice.
you?
They were like, it's
see, I
coming
didn't get
in on
mine
Thursday.
yet.
I was like, it better be there.
Well, I guess I just better get information.
You
then.
better.
What is this all about?
Michelle Obama's book.
Oh, Michelle's book. Oh, shit. That does come out this month. You're right.
You kind of ordered it and forgot because it's been, a minute for the pre-order.
No, I definitely didn't order it. I know I didn't. But I will.
She's on the TV with Robin Roberts tonight.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to have to set the DVR from my phone.
Yes, but it's the same time as a housewife, so I'm torn.
Are you, sis? Why?
I don't know.
The Housewives will come on again.
The Housewives will come on again.
It'll come on 45 other times.
Times.
You're right.
And on demand and everything.
You'll be just fine.
But you're not getting anxious. You'll be like, I'm trying to flip back and forth. I don't want to miss anything.
Well, Dr. Joy, you have given us some beautiful tips. You have any more questions, sis, before we sign off and sign out?
We're signing off and signing out. Y'all had a good time with Dr. Joy?
Thanks, y'all.
She's fly out here with her purple lips popping. Right? No, but thank you for all the work that you do. Therapy for Black Girls is a gift.
Thank you.
That we needed for a long time. And is there therapyforblackboys.com somewhere? Because them niggas need it too.
There is actually a therapy for Black men.
There's therapy for Black men. So we got to be girls, but they could be men?
Right. When clearly it's the opposite. Okay, all right, therapy for Black men, so y'all got it.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming and being our guest. You've been a jewel.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you. Tell the people where they can find you everywhere.
You can find me everywhere at therapyforblackgirls.com.
And listen to the podcast, man. It's really good.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't go too far, because as we get into these questions and answers, we might need you.
Yes.
Depending upon the problems in the room. Speaking of, we're going to get on into the questions, right?
Yeah. You
got a hand. Wait a minute, sis.
All right. Well.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, can we do the ground? You did them.
Please.
But can we,
please.
For the sake,
please.
For the good of the order, this has become a bit of a tradition on our live shows.
Yes.
So it's time for Q&A's, Honesty Box. Y'all know how this goes. You are allowed to ask one question. You are allowed to ask one question. You are allowed to ask one question. How many questions are you allowed to ask?
What are you allowed to ask? Can you plug a business? No. Boom! Let's go.
Y'all my people. All right.
I'm going to be paid.
No, I think we hold on, wait. We got, because she was like.
Look, you heard me say I'm going to be paid. Alex comes to every show. Shout out to the super fan Alex. Please stand up. She is like a friend in my head. I'm going to put you all the way on blast. I done seen your ass in movies and shit. I'm like, that's that girl that comes to all the damn shows.
Famous.
Yes, please. Now, you know the rules. But you
Honey,
won't be following
we will not
them,
relinquish the
okay?
microphone.
Come on.
Like Barry Gordy told Michael.
Y'all will have to bring the doctor back out.
Hey, girl.
Come on, Dr. Joy. Come on. Get out that bag and get in this one.
Hey, Dr. Joy.
I have been summoned. Hello.
I'm Alex.
Hey, Alex.
I'm from gorgeous Prince George's County, Maryland.
Hey.
PG. Blackest County out there.
I'm gonna make this super quick.
Praise the Lord.
Dr. Joy was here for the Friend Zone the last time they were here in Atlanta, and I was talking about how my sister was moving to Atlanta as well, and how we've had a really estranged relationship for a really long time. And you gave me advice about how to make that better, except now that she's here, it's gotten worse.
Ooh.
And
take a deep breath. I feel like you're about to run off for somewhere. You okay? We good. We good.
So,
Alex.
Anybody got some Kleenex?
Oh no. Hey, console the baby, please.
So basically, getting into the details doesn't matter because I'm at the point where, I can't deal with her anymore. I've given my all for 13 years. And I'm 26, it's literally half my life. And I'm struggling because I don't have issues moving on from people, but I feel like I'm mourning the death of someone who didn't even die. Mm-hmm. And I live with her. And she treats me like shit all the time. So, I just need advice because I've had people pass before, but I don't know how to mourn someone who didn't die.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would strongly encourage therapy if you haven't already started talking with someone, because it is a grieving process, but unlike when somebody passes and we have all the ritual of the funeral and stuff like that, when they're still alive, like, it is a very different process to navigate, but I think talking with a therapist could really help. And you mentioned that you live with her, so I don't know if, like, y'all are roommates or if there's an opportunity for you to not be living with her, but if it is, then that may be something else to explore too, just so that you don't have to kind of constantly see her and maybe be triggered by whatever is going on with her.
Sorry, boo.
We love you, Alex.
That's my girl. I just told her, I was like, I don't like seeing you like this. I see her at every show bubbling. So we going to get back to that, okay? All right, come on, stand up now. I got you, sister. What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Judea. I'm from New Orleans.
Hey.
So I came all the way to come see y'all.
You are so precious.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
I'm glad Dr. Joy is out here. Thank you so much. I found my therapist from Therapy for Black Girls, so I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I have a question kind of on the professional end for both of you. I'm 36, and I kind of feel like career-wise, I got stuck, and I don't know how I got here. Like, you know, I was one of those people who had a plan. Like, go to undergrad, get a job, do these things, like you have the steps. And now I'm like at a point where I never thought I would have a mid-career crisis. And so any advice on how to like figure that out or navigate that kind of situation?
I think that this resonates with me, right? Because I hear your frustration. I think we are told and encouraged to do the right things, right? So you did everything that they told you to do with this promise that you're going to have this amazing life, and you get there and it's anticlimactic than a mug, right? So it's like, dang. It's like, I could have been out here doing me. But so I get it. I think the first question I would ask you is, what do you want to do? And then I would say that you can do that. Like, you can do what you want to do. There are ways you can find ways to make both work. I think what I've learned through this experience is that sometimes it's about pursuing opportunities, pursuing interest, and, you know, trusting that process and seeing where things take you and being open to it. Because y'all heard me say all the time, like, a podcast wasn't on my radar at all. And it was presented to me a couple of times, and I said no a couple of times. But then, you know, I decided to give it a go, and, you know, who knew? So sometimes it's about taking a risk. Sometimes it's about exploring. But I think if there's something that you want to do, even if you don't know what that is I think this is a good place to be, though. Because being mid-career, that means you have some stability, and there's some cushion for you to kind of get out here and feel some new things out. I'll stop there, see if anybody else has anything to add.
I mean, and when you do anything, if you do anything for a long period of time, eventually you're going to get tired of it. You have to switch it up a little bit. And what you could do is take your skill set and where you're at and figure out how you can remix that to try something new that might be along the same lines, but maybe it'll be like a breath of fresh air. So that's what, for a long time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was doing all kinds of shit. I was just doing jobs. You know what I'm saying? So at least you've got some kind of foundation there. And then from there, like he said, you got to figure out what you want to do, and maybe those skills that you've developed over this time will help you to get to that next level.
It's not too late, though. You still got
never.
mad time. I know we're the same age. I'll be 36 next month. So I know we feel like, dang, I'm old as Jax. But you still have time. There's a whole lot of career. Huh? I'm not? Well, God bless you. Thank you so much.
You know, can we talk about something else that's not old? These red bottoms.
Hey.
They are just so red.
Stun on them.
And you know what I thought about when I seen them? I thought about when Eva took hers off last week, and I was like, damn, Eva, you got your red. Like, you wear them.
They are out, honey.
And you should wear them as much money as they
scoop.
cost, okay?
Support for today's show comes from Thrive Market, an online marketplace that's on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. You'll get access to thousands of the best-selling organic foods and natural products at 25 to 50% below traditional retail prices. I mean, come on. Whether you're vegan, gluten-free, or feeding a family, You can choose from 80 plus qualities to get everything you need, including non-GMO, fair trade certified, and BPA free. Hey, from organic almond butter to lavender essential oil, Thrive Market carries everything you need. They have pantry staples, cleaning products, sweet treats, the best snacks, and much more at such an affordable rate. And you all know my favorite thing about Thrive Market, their mission, that for every paid subscription or for every paid membership, a free membership is given to a low-income family, public school teacher, military veteran, or first responder. I mean, I don't know how it can get much better than that. And then the other favorite part about Thrive Market for me, the fact that they don't fill up my recycle bin with all that foolishness. They don't have a bunch of packaging and a bunch of boxes and a ton of wrapping paper and bubble wrap and confetti and scraps and paper and styrofoam bubbles. They don't have all of that. It's zero waste packaging. You can't ask for anything better. And now with our special link, Thrive Market is giving you an extra 25% off your first purchase, plus a free 30-day trial. That's 25% off the already low prices that Thrive Market offers. Just go to thrivemarket.com/grown to access this discount. That's thrivemarket.com/grown to access this discount. Today's sponsor, Ulta Beauty, believes that beauty is limitless. Ulta Beauty celebrates the possibilities in each person and the notion that everyone has the potential to be whatever and whoever they want to be. That's why Ulta Beauty offers every guest the total beauty experience. Discover a world of beautiful possibilities with over 20,000 of the best products across makeup, fragrance, hair care, and skincare. Choose from over 500 of your favorite brands like Tarte, Morphe, Living Proof, and so much more. From everyday favorites to the brands you love to splurge on, you can truly find it all. And explore even more possibilities with hair, skin, and brow services to meet your needs and lifestyle, all with Ulta Beauty experts to help you look and feel your best. You all know how I feel about beauty, and I don't know if you saw my Instagram live tutorial where I sat there and tried to beat my face. But that's because I want to learn how to do my makeup, and it makes me feel good to know that when I'm going to a special occasion that I'm able to play myself up. When I don't do that on a daily basis, it's fun. So I think it's fun how you can play around with beauty, and you can play around with playing yourself down or playing yourself up, whatever mood you're in. Whether you're ready to run the town, rock your look, or tell your story, Ulta Beauty is here to help you show it to the world. Because Ulta Beauty knows you're not here to get beautiful, you're here because you already are. Visit Ulta.com, that's ULTA.com, and learn more to find a store near you. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.
Okay. Scoot. Speaking of, I know y'all can't see this young lady's boots. Please
Come on,
stand.
thigh.
All right.
Yeah, over the knee.
My calves be way too thick for all of that. It's cute though.
I try, Jay. Don't worry.
You do well. You do well.
It don't happen. I try. I had cornbread earlier today. It didn't work.
Too.
Was it good?
But anyways, hi.
Hey.
I'll see you in Nashville on Saturday.
Hey.
I'm coming too.
I'll see you.
coming on Saturday?
That's a surprise.
This coming Saturday?
For the pop-up shop.
No, I'll be there for the show.
Okay,
yeah.
I was talking about the pop shops, but I'll see both of y'all.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I have a question. This year I've dealt with a very hard breakup with my best friend. She expressed to me last November that all of the things for the past 3-4 years that I did that hurt her, that I had no idea had hurt her. So I told her at the time, I tried to be supportive. I tried to not make her feelings feel like they were invalid. I was like, okay, that's fine. And I tried this year to text her, try to reach out more to her. But it's like she's not accepting anything that I do. And so at this point, I don't know what to do to mend the relationship. I've been friends with her for over a decade. So I don't know what to do to mend the relationship. It's like I don't even know if she's willing to accept the things that I do. I know she struggles with depression, and so that all of the things over the years that she has done to slight me, I have been like, okay, she struggles with mental health. I'm going to let her slide with these things. But it's like I don't know what I'm doing to hurt her, and it's like she's throwing me away, and I want to still be there, but she doesn't. I don't know how to mend this. Is there anything that I can do to mend this?
Dr. Joy, you got something?
Yeah,
You go
I'm just going to
look
defer.
Because I got something, and it's not productive.
I was about to say, I got
like,
something.
I'm not chasing behind no nigga, and I'm not chasing behind nobody else.
Sorry, I'll just let Dr. Joy go
Yeah,
first.
she's the productive one.
Yeah. So I think you want to be careful thinking that it's anything that you're doing, because it doesn't sound like it's anything that you're doing. And that is a huge red flag to me, to hear like somebody comes back with like 3 to 4 years of a running tab that, so there's been no opportunity for you to correct. There's been no conversation. And so that feels very hurtful. So I think you want to be careful thinking that it's anything that you're doing. It sounds like you have reached out and, really tried. And if she is feeling like she wants to separate from the friendship at this point, you may have to just kind of give her the space to do that. But you don't want to overwork yourself trying to think, oh, I'm doing something wrong, when it doesn't sound like you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jade. I know you itching.
No, I was waiting to see who's coming up next.
Oh, I thought you was going to say, I don't chase nobody. Go, I'm sorry.
I ain't chasing behind no nigga, and I ain't chasing behind nobody else. But it's true. I mean, if somebody don't want to be kept, you can't keep them.
Yeah.
And it'll hurt sometimes, but like, Dr. D, you're going to drive yourself crazy trying to figure out what you did if you don't know what you did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it definitely hurts. I mean, and again, I don't think we talk about friendship breakups the same way we talk about romantic breakups, but they can be even more painful.
Even more painful.
Yeah, because then people are like, oh, you got plenty of friends. What you need her for, kind of thing. But it is okay for you to allow yourself to grieve the loss of the friendship. It definitely will be painful.
Hello, everybody. My name's Kavori. This is not a question, but I did notice that Black women's self-care has dwindled, so I just got y'all gifts to help with that.
Oh, thank you, sis. Come on,
These
gifts.
is like real gifts. Wait, I
Oh,
got
shit,
one too.
gifts.
They got we got boxes and ribbons and things.
Watch me open it. It's going to be a box of weed.
Ho, ho, ho.
It's like a whole week's supply.
She got real gifts. Like,
Oh,
Word?
all right,
Come
we'll
on,
come back
Tay.
up here.
Work it out.
See, this gentleman
See,
got a
you gotta
question.
work it out.
Stand up, please, sir.
Tay, you got to work it out.
Tell the people your name and your question. I'm going to trust you to give this right back to me when you're done.
How y'all doing?
Come on, sweatshirt.
I like your sweatshirt.
Hoodie.
It says team typing fast.
I mean, I knew I was coming, so. It's actually a question for all of you all. Well, first of all, my name is Jabari, and
Hey, Jabari.
I'm currently getting my master's in clinical mental health counseling, and thank you so much. And my practicum and internship is coming up very soon, and I'm like really nervous about that. I have no idea what to do with that, so I was hoping that you all can give me some kind of advice. Oh, y'all, and you all are beautiful, by the way.
You said what?
You all are beautiful, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You beautiful, Jabari.
Your sweatshirt.
So I think that's a really good sign. The worst therapists are the ones who feel like, oh, I got this under control, like, I'll be fine. So at your stage in training, it is completely normal that you would be, like, incredibly nervous. I think you should trust that your program will have your back. So they're not going to just throw you out there. There will be tons and tons of supervision before they, like, even allow you to see somebody just individually, but also to seek out additional supervision if you feel like you need it. So, I think it's normal to be really afraid, but to also trust that you have advanced in your program to the point where they're allowing you to go to this stage, and that the skills will kick in once you keep doing it.
These times are like literally opportunities for you to learn. So it's okay and expected for you not to know what you're doing. It's okay to just be like, I don't know this, and ask lots of questions.
Right.
I don't know what I'm doing. You're welcome.
I'm going to check in with this young lady here with the glasses. I'm going to trust you to give the mic back too.
Okay, so I am also getting my master's in social work from University of Georgia. And, my focus I do want to go into mental health and all that practice. What I've realized doing my internship this year is I don't want to work for the state. So my goal is to get my LCSW and go into private practice. And I'm just inspired by all of you, because here's what I want to do. Like, I want to take what I know and, like, just give it to the masses, because as y'all were talking about, about mental health, self-care, and all those things, I was like, I totally know that. Like, I could share that with people. Is this not common knowledge? I was like in my head. And then I was like, wait, this is like a gift that I have. And so I want to be able to like share that with people, you know, going into practice, all that. I have a point. So I'm wondering, my question is, like, how do you get started with like trying to start up your own practice, trying to start up your own business and really like profiting? Because I love the people, I want to help the people, but I also want to eat every night. So how do you, you know, profit off of your gift or whatever?
Yeah, so first, it's going to be a while before you will really be able to make any money because it's, what, probably another 2 or 3 years before your license, right? But I shouldn't say money, but like your money, of course, will become different after your license because you can get paid differently. But if you're wanting to do that kind of thing, then I would encourage you to just start doing it. So start blogging, start making videos, you know, start making handouts, do presentations on campus in the community. And I also think it's important to find a mentor, so somebody who's doing the things that you want to do. So if there's somebody in Athens or wherever you're from who's like has a private practice, to talk with them about how they've done it. And I do think it's important that you already realize that you don't have to be broke to be in social work, because I think a lot of times people think like, oh, you want to get paid but you want to help. Like, those don't have to cancel each other out. So you can make very good money doing things that really impact people. So I'm glad you're already thinking like that.
Hi, my name is Brittany. I'm from Charlotte. So my question is, just to be frank, I saw Nobody's Fool like last weekend. And I just want to know personally, I was hoping you would touch on this in the petty peeves, but I can't wait. Are you tired of Tyler Perry's narratives?
I'm tired of Tyler Perry. Been tired of him.
I'm exhausted.
When he said he was about to kill Medea, I was like, well, what took so goddamn long?
But more specifically, and since we have the doctor here, more specifically, this narrative of black women needing to adjust our lists and standards and follow and go over to the parole line and find the man of our dreams. Because apparently we are incapable and we are doing the work and the men aren't.
Sweet Lord.
As you can see, I'm tired. I'm tired.
This baby is spent.
All right?
I agree. I mean, I have for a very long time taken issue with Sister Perry and so, okay, my beef is that there always has to be a knight in shining armor. There are no happy single women in any Tyler Perry anything. Every single woman is bitter and broken and destitute, which I feel like is a problematic narrative. So yeah, I guess I am tired. He's not the only one. That makes me even more tired. I think his video, his movies, his career is more popular than others, but this is a message that is really prevalent throughout media. And that makes me sleepy. But Dr. Joy?
Yeah, I haven't seen Nobody's Fool, so I can't comment on that directly. But I think the more scary piece is when we start to adapt that narrative for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Like, that's the part that really concerns me. And I think it happens, right? I think you do see sisters then becoming like, oh, well, let me scratch this off my list because I don't think I can have this. Or, you know, I just not having the types of expectations they want. And it's totally okay for your list to look whatever way you want it to look, and for you to just hold out hope that that person exists and not to settle for anything less than what you want.
You don't have to settle for the gardener with the cornrows, light-skinned nigga.
With the lace front cornrows. With the lace front cornrows.
With the microphone right here the whole movie. That doesn't have to be a story, sis.
Jesus did not go to Calvary. That I might end up with that, but please.
Hi, my name is Marion. I'm currently in social work. I'm so happy to see all three of y'all up there. Hey, Marion. Hi, I'm from South Carolina too. But Dr. Joy, I just have a quick question for you. How do you fight burnout? I'm currently working in the mental health field.
Get real close. Get real close.
I'm currently in the mental health field. I'm currently in crisis intervention, and I see everyone from this end of the spectrum to this end every single day. And I've only been in social work for 2 years, and I already feel it. And I'm currently working on my LCSW, so I'm just trying to figure out how to stay in the game so that I can reach the goal without just packing up and just getting the fuck out of here. You know?
Clearly, you have thought about it.
Right. She got an exit strategy.
But I also think that's okay, right? Like, I think you do have to pay attention to the settings that you work in, because there are definite settings that will cause you to get to burnout quicker. Something like crisis intervention definitely could be one of those. So I think it may be time for a little break to change up the scenery a little bit. I also think that you may want to try to talk to supervisors about like changing shifts, or do we need to try to bring on additional people so that everybody is not kind of feeling burnt out. But it is something that is very common, you know, in the helping professions, just because we typically go into these kinds of positions because we want to help. And I think you have to be cognizant for yourself that you can't help everybody at one time. So I think some of it is also on you to realize, like, okay, I don't want to sign up for this extra shift, or I can't do this volunteer opportunity on Saturday, or I can't keep giving and not restoring for myself. So those would be my suggestions. You're welcome.
All right. Have time for one last question. Please stand and tell the people. Oh, I like your T-shirt.
I'm old. I'm sorry. All right. So I had a question about dating with depression, or while having depression. So I'm back on the apps. Y'all know what the apps are, right?
The ghetto.
Okay, stupid, yeah, all those. Which will make you depressed if you don't have depression. But I'm wondering if there's anything I need to prepare for. I don't want to ghost like Nathan. I want to actually have a successful relationship. So.
I know you're not asking me.
So I don't think I'm clear on how the depression is related to like the dating apps.
Should I reveal that? I know I shouldn't reveal it early on, but I'm wondering if there's like some tips or something. How does my diagnosis, how does that affect how I should date? Does that make sense?
Got you, yeah. So I do think, you know, that's your business, and so just like anything that's personal to us, you don't have to share that until you feel like you're in a place with someone who can handle that information and that you trust them with it. So you don't have to feel like you have to lead with it. It's not like a big joker that you have to like throw on the table kind of thing. But I do think, depending on what your depressive symptoms are, like if it causes you to like want to isolate for large amounts of times, then that may be something that you have to share. And you may want to just share, like, you know, I have episodes sometimes where I can kind of check out, it's not about you, that kind of thing. So I think you just share depending on like where the level of the relationship is. You don't want to share too much too soon.
Where'd they go?
Well, that's it for questions.
Boom.
So thank you all so much for not embarrassing me, for having amazing questions. I love you all so much.
Thank you, Tay, for hosting our Q&A.
This damn side.
And now I'm going to sit my black ass back down.
Thank you, Tay. Thank you, everybody, for your questions. Thank you again, Dr. Joy.
Thank you.
Promise we'll leave you alone now.
Appreciate you.
Let's give it up for Dr. Joy, ladies and gentlemen, of Black Girls Therapy for Black Girls.
Thanks again to Selfish Babe for supporting this episode of Gettin Grown. Selfish Babe is the free self-love app for women that will remind you how amazing you are on the daily. This app sends you one affirmation and one self-love related quote a day. Selfish Babe is going to send you a damn text. Don't wait for no Tyrone to send you no damn text. Selfish Babe was created by Olanike Osi, a self-love influencer who wants women everywhere to have relatable self-love right at their fingertips. The Selfish Babe app has its own podcast, private Facebook community, blog, motivational videos, and more to remind you to be more selfish and authentic with your self-love. Download Selfish Babe today by going to bit.ly/selfishbabe Gettin Grown podcast, or find it for free in the Google Play and Apple App Store. And don't forget to follow them on Instagram at selfishbabes with an S. This week's episode is also brought to you by Teami. The Teami Blends Detox Mask is the perfect mask for all skin types, helping to eliminate blemishes, improve overall complexion, and moisturize your skin from the inside out. So I have oily skin, which means my pores are more likely to be open, and I've got to work hard to make sure that I close them suckers well. So I'm really careful about making sure that I wash, but I also have sensitive skin. So I'm really careful about washing my face, what I wash my face with, what I moisturize with. But let me tell you, the Teamy Detox Mask, it was good to your girl. It was good to your girl. It had my face feeling clean and tight, and it was tingling. I couldn't have asked for something better. So I was hyped for it. There's a lot of skincare products out there that look cool, but they never actually work. The Detox Mask is the perfect mask to add to your routine because it works regardless of your skin type. The Detox Mask is all natural and made with a blend of ingredients like matcha tea, bentonite clay, and lemongrass, so it feels great and smells like a spa. It's easy to use. Simply leave the mask on for 10 minutes and feel your skin tingling while the mask works its magic. Once it dries, wash it off and reveal clean, hydrated, happy skin. You can even use it as a spot treatment and leave it on overnight if you're dealing with a few pesky pimples, because you know how that goes. Go to teamyblends.com and add the Detox Mask to your beauty routine today. And use the code GROWN25 for 25% off all orders of $24.99 and up. That's TEAMIBLENDS.com and code GROWN25.
So, it's time for the petty peeves.
Petty peeves.
So,
soundbite.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do it then. Me and Kia talked about this. My petty peeve this week is for a listener. It's for a listener. That is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. So she wrote me and Kia an email. And she's told us that she loves us, first of all. But we are obnoxious with how much we tell you all how tired we are, because apparently when we say that we're tired or exhausted in an episode, we're giving you scraps. We're doing something out of force. And it somehow negates everybody else being tired for whatever reason.
Like, we can't be tired in community.
Right.
Right. Somehow our tired is way more important than your tired. And, you know, they would just rather us not record.
Oh, and she spoke on behalf of all y'all niggas.
Yeah.
So I just want you to know. Full disclosure.
She only used the pronoun we.
We. The whole email.
She wanted y'all to know that she was.
No, she wanted us to know that y'all.
She wanted us to know that y'all are tired. Yes, she wanted us to know that y'all are tired of us being tired.
Let me, okay, so Kia and I had the same issue, and I'll let Kia go into the whole tone of it, but my issue, I'm tired of niggas being weird. Like, all right, like, I'm sick of weirdos. Like, stop being weird, bro. It's not that hard to not be a strange individual. And if you hear this, I'm so sorry, but it's weird what you did. Like, don't send me when I don't like an episode of a show, I don't write the actors and the executive producers and the writers of the show to let them know that episode was not for me. And by the way, I think you all should have done it this way. This is called getting grown. Niggas is tired. Okay? Niggas is just tired. Like, we've been tired for a long time. There's people who've been tired longer than we have. And if I feel like saying I'm tired on a goddamn episode, if I say it 45 motherfucking times and you don't want to hear it, then turn that bitch off.
So, I mean, I can receive criticism. I can receive feedback, you know what I'm saying? But I'll never take kindly to being told what to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you preface it with, I love you, but.
And if you sign off with, do better. Oh, yeah.
Y'all, I'm so glad that I wasn't the only one who felt that way. Because I read it at work. Don't tell my boss. I was in a conference session reading my email, and I read it and was literally like, do better. Who to whom? To whom is she speaking? To whom? To whom? So the thing is, like I said, I can accept if she would have said, you know, this episode I didn't like it. Okay, because everybody's not gonna like every episode. I fully relate to that because I don't like every episode of every podcast that I listen to.
Or
but
TV show or
right.
whatever.
But like, you know, like Jay said, even though we talk about Tyler Perry in here, I ain't never gonna call Tyler Perry and be like, you know what, Tyler, I would much prefer if you were X. No, because that's Tyler's movie, that's Tyler's money, that's Tyler's business, right? So, that being said, I can receive feedback, I can receive criticism, I can take it if you don't like it. Fine. But if you're gonna give advice, there's a difference between like giving advice. There's a difference between criticism and giving advice or and telling somebody what to do. The latter I can't use. I can't. And I'm tired. I feel like I got a right to be tired.
You do.
I got like 17 jobs. But I feel like y'all listen to the show because y'all got 17 jobs too. And we all out here trying to figure it out. And never ever would I say that because I'm tired that, you know, my tired is more important than someone who's taking care of a sick parent or raising a newborn. That's not what this is about. We are doing this only because, you know, there are lots of podcasts out there. When we were approached to do this show, it was like, we want a show about people who get up and go to work every day. Me, then a mug. So I can talk about that. Oh, good night. I can talk about that. I can talk about that.
I feel like I'm in Friends room.
I know, right? This is how it looks. This is how Friends room look. But yeah, that to me, yeah. So we said we were going to, that was our collective petty peeve. I do have another. Y'all ready? Okay. This was kind of to my sister's point up here. If I'm friends with you, and you have an issue with me, I don't want to hear it from anybody else but you. Nobody. Ain't no more bottom line. That's it. If you have a problem with me and you can tell everybody else with me, but then you see me and you still smiling in my face and we're still exchanging text messages and we're still, you know, ha-ha and kikiing and double tapping each other's pictures and carrying on, but then I have to hear from another person that you feel in a way about the way that I move, or you feel like I'm doing too much, or this, that, and the third, keep it. Keep that. I won't be able to use that because if we're friends, we should be able to talk about anything. And if you need to take time to kind of figure out how we want to have a conversation, I can receive that. We don't have to talk about it immediately, but if you can't come to me, then at least don't go to anybody else. Keep it to yourself if that's all I'm saying. I mean, never mind. I was going to be messy, but.
Want me to fight somebody?
No, I think I got it. Okay. I mean, you know, it's just. I think I can handle this one.
Kia fights y'all. Y'all think I fight, but Kia fights too.
Yeah, I'm reformed, you know.
I'm not.
Once upon a time, these hands had. They were busy. They were busy. These hands. You know.
I think I have a parental petty peeve this week. I touched on it on Gettin XD, but I have a problem with other parents. And I'll give context, not all of y'all. So Noah got punched in the chest by a little girl.
Excuse me?
Hold on, everybody calm down. She's fine. She had it's okay. Because at first I heard the same thing.
She got punched in the chest by who?
Another student. Another student did. Well, full context, the little girl was mad she wasn't getting attention from the other kids.
What that got to do with Noah?
So, because I was trying to figure out how Noah got involved. So was Noah was she the ringleader of the other kids? They were like, no, they were all the little girls were dancing. The little girl got mad. She came through who wants to come see me do karate? And everybody was like, girl, we dancing. Which, by the way, hilarious. Kids are so funny and shady. So she got mad. She wilded out. So she's wilding out on other kids. Well, Noah. So I said, Noah, how did you get involved? I told her she needs to calm down.
That's right. Because she's your child.
I I was like, these were her words. I said, so then what happened? Well, then she punched me. I had on a coat. It didn't hurt. So I told her, I don't care. You still need to calm down. If we weren't like, she goes to a like really, democratic social justice school. So I'll be trying to, not be Jade, but y'all know, like, on the inside when she told me that, because she told me in front of the mother and the little girl, I was like, yeah, my nigga, that's my nigga. But
problematic.
I know, I'm working on it. Dr. Joy, can you come back out? So then, I'm talking to Noah, like, just, you know what, if she's wilding like that, you stay over there. Don't try to get involved with her. We talked in the car, though. I said, the next time that little girl puts her hands on you, you better hit her ass back. You hear me? You better get her back. I was like, talk to a teacher, but you have every right to defend yourself.
Tell the teacher
every right.
first.
You're not going to be out here letting people disrespect you. Like, you don't have to fight everything, but she's not going to let people disrespect her. But anyway, my petty peeve, my point. The mother tells me that her solution to the little girl's anger is that she's going to send a pillow with her to school so she can punch the pillow instead of the other kids. Because Noah wasn't the only kid she punched. So that's where all of my self-control came into play. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? She's like, yeah, we're just going to bring a pillow and she can punch the pillow when she gets upset. I said, can I talk to your kid for a second?
Why are you talking to the kid and not her?
Because we right here having a meeting.
Oh.
And clearly if a grown woman's solution to this problem is for her kid to bring a pillow to school to punch, I can't have no conversations with you. You ain't right. So I talked to the little girl and I tried to level with her. I said, listen, people like us, we get mad. I said, but when you get mad and hit people, you're going to have to expect that one day they're going to hit you back. I was like, furthermore, if you are in a mood like that where you feel like wilding out, then you need to walk across the playground or wherever you at. You need to walk across the park, go take a corner by yourself and figure it out. And I turned to the mom. I was like, yeah, that's like, just talk to the little girl. And she was like, we're just going to try the pillow. But maybe once we rectify everything, we can have a play date. I was like, my cab is here. I got to go. So that's my petty peeve. That's why I have a problem with some other parent. A pillow? A pillow. Is it just me?
No.
Oh, okay. I just had to make sure. And that's it. That's another episode of Getting Grown.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, a round of applause for Jade and Kia, all right?
We've had an awesome time. Thank y'all so much for coming and kicking it with us. We hope y'all had a good time. Did you? Yes. Fantastic.
We hope to come back one day.
Yeah, we're going to come and hang out.
I'm going to stay long enough to go to the strip club. And I know some of y'all go too, so don't be judgy.
Y'all rich niggas.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. Bye.
So we really know.
Thank y'all for coming out, Atlanta.
Discover a world of beautiful possibilities at Ulta Beauty. Shop over 20,000 of the best products across makeup, fragrance, hair care, and skincare from your favorite brands like Tarte, Morphe, Living Proof, and so much more. And explore even more possibilities with hair, skin, or brow services, all with experts to help you look and feel your best. Because Ulta Beauty knows you're not here to get beautiful, you're here because you already are. Visit ultabeauty.com to find a store near you. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.